So back in 2019, which is roughly 7 years ago now, which is crazy to even think about, I posted my first video on this app called TikTok, which actually just switched over from Musical.ly. And at the time, there weren't many other people really posting homes or anything real estate related. I saw a couple others in the space, but especially being in Los Angeles, I had a passion for seeing what was out here. These very nice properties like no other around the world. And I mean, growing up out here, I really thought that this was what it was like everywhere. You know, I was in my own bubble as a kid growing up, but then realizing that, wow, it is really special, and I'm super grateful to be in this area. So why not showcase what some of the homes look like, and who knows where it could take me. So I reached out, I got my license 2019, reached out to a few agents that I saw were hosting open houses that were maybe sitting on the market for a while, and one agent allowed me to sit at their open on Sunday, $3 million home, I believe in Sherman Oaks. And so at the time, I hosted this open house, not really knowing a thing or two. I was working with a company called Balboa Real Estate, who was actually based in Newport Beach, quite far from Sherman Oaks. And I had all this time, 3 hours roughly, sitting in this open house, and figured, why not just film some videos of myself? I was the last person who would have ever thought to speak on camera. I was the last person who I would have ever thought would put their face on camera as well, because public speaking was the last thing I ever wanted to do in high school and middle school and growing up especially. But I knew I needed to do something to differentiate myself if I wanted to succeed in any market, any niche that I did decide to go forward in. And I was actually posting YouTube videos back in 2008. I feel like it was a good outlet for me at the time to kind of just be someone that I wasn't maybe in real life. But that was back in middle school. But then when I was getting my real estate license and in the game, I knew that the future, and because I consumed so much Gary Vee content at the time, I knew that I had to do something in terms of putting myself online. So I think my first video on TikTok was actually me standing in the kitchen, maybe looking one direction, all awkward, looking another direction, looking up, and then I just put some words on the screen like something about maybe an FHA loan or an open house or what $3 million gets you. And I put trendy music on the video, and I think that got 100,000 views, which was crazy at the time. And I was like, wow, this is actually maybe something. Could be, maybe Gary Vee was right for the 100th time. How do we not believe him? I got to get on Whatnot, by the way. That's what he's talking about right now, live streaming on Whatnot to sell your product, service, whatever that is. So follow Gary Vee, don't follow trends. But so that really helped me, encourage me, and gain some momentum and build some traction on this platform, to where when I would go to this open house, I would film myself doing something else, put some trendy music on it, add a couple text bubbles, and then boom, I had a video. I was determined to post multiple videos a week on this platform and just see what would come from it. So then I decided to post any home that I had access to, going to open houses and filming in there. I am grateful enough to be born in Los Angeles, and I didn't know that the entire world wasn't the same as what LA is. I wonder if you guys can hear the seagull in the background. This truly is a special place. I mean, it is February. You don't get this kind of weather. These birds that are chirping around me right now, it's pretty loud, but I digress. So I just knew that being in the place that I lived, where I was located, that I had a big opportunity here. You know, there weren't many people on this platform posting, so I figured I'd go all in. Going to these open houses, 10, 20, $30 million homes, just filming them, adding some trendy music. House tours seemed like an easy format to follow in order to build some influence. And I rode that wave to where then I started my YouTube channel, touring luxury properties in 2020, and I figured out YouTube. I figured out the consistency. I figured out what worked on the platform. And that was posting once a week in a repeatable format, in a niche that worked for me. I always wanted to get on YouTube. I was filming videos in 2006, 7, 8, but never really took advantage to turn it into a business, which everyone now has the opportunity to build on YouTube. It's crazy the waves and the trends that we go in on within any industry, any niche, where it was great to daily vlog 20, 30 minutes, maybe in 2017, 2018. And then we got into this very high edited, super fast trend from 2019 to 2022, maybe even 2023. But now we are seeing the meta of what works online being slow paced, gather your thoughts, raw, unedited videos, which is what we're doing here, because this is what makes us feel like a human. In the day and age of AI slop, it has never been easier to actually become an influencer. Think about that. You might think that the platforms are saturated now, but in reality, this is such a fascinating time and a really exciting time in social media, because a lot of people don't even know the direction to take their content. Like, what do we do? Do we post on YouTube? Do we post on Instagram? Instagram's all so saturated with everyone seeming to have this following, seeming to sell you on something. So many different agencies out there doing their own type of thing. But I do feel like right now is such an incredible opportunity for anyone in real estate to just put themselves out there and post long form videos, just like we were in 2019, 2020. And I built myself up, built my career up, built my life up with a group of people that I was doing this with back then, which is why I started this house tour community that I do have now, because it's so fascinating to see that anyone can really do this. You don't have to come from anything. You can be brand new, newly licensed. You don't even have to have your license in the space. But if you want to build a business around something, the easiest time to build influence is now. I wouldn't have said this 2 years ago. It was a lot harder to actually build a following when you had none, but now you can build true fans because the algorithm is just getting so good at determining and finding the people that are looking for you. It's really cool. So I do think that YouTube for real estate agents has changed forever because of the way that trends go. They come and go, and I'm sure you see and have heard of maybe people that have started brokerages or teams or just a solo agent that is posting on YouTube and is generating consistent leads from it. Well, that's sometimes difficult to get creative, come up with a script, figure out what's next. That's tough for anyone to do on YouTube. I've tried it. I've tried many different formats on YouTube. And the one that I always just come back to is a repeatable one where I know the process actually works, and that's finding a house, filming it, putting it up online, packaging it well, and that is what's going to be everlasting. And anyone in the space can do this. Go out there, film a house, and I promise you, if you're a new agent, if you're a seasoned agent, and you're trying to build influence, there's no better time in the history of social media than 2026 right now. We'll see in 2027, we'll see mid-2026 what happens, but I just have a lot of friends in the space, whether they're in home service businesses, whether they're in wholesaling, whether they're in the TikTok shop community, that YouTube organic content is building businesses like no other. And I want real estate agents to know this, because when I was just starting, I didn't know anything. I didn't have any connections. I just figured it out on my own. I went into open houses and just started filming. Made a really strong group of friends from doing that as well. And we all kind of popped off on TikTok in 2020. And it's coming back to that cycle. I say this because I'm now posting 10-minute long TikToks that are getting views. If you haven't seen my TikTok, I posted one 9-minute long TikTok. It got 100,000 views in the month of February 2026. So seeing that, and I've tried a lot of different, I've posted maybe 3,000 videos at this point on all platforms, all real estate related. I truly say this feeling like I have the experience, I have the knowledge, I've met enough people in the space to know that I've tried, seen people try, and now understand how it works. But realistically, we'll never understand how the algorithm works, but that's part of being an entrepreneur, right? So I think right now it's an exciting time to get content out there because anyone should do it. It's crazy. I have one of my cousins, for example, is an acupuncturist in San Diego. Shout out to her. If you have any pain, need acupuncture in San Diego, I'll give you the contact. But I tell her to post long form, organic, raw, unedited videos on YouTube because I know that's what will work. People are clicking videos on YouTube and what they want to watch. It's a search and click platform, not a scroll first platform where you're being sold. We are trying to find something when watching YouTube videos, and it's just the viewership, the watch time is just going up and up and up because they have no competition. YouTube's going to be everything when it comes to the platform that people decide to watch as their first and only platform in the coming years because of their partnerships with all these massive corporations as well. So I don't care what business you're in, but I do know that real estate specifically, because I'm in it, this is what I've done, this is gonna be the wave. And so I'm gonna continue to experiment with it. I'm gonna be on the journey with you guys. I'm gonna post as much content as I can on this channel and just hope to ride this wave for as long as possible until I discover what's next. But that's why I've started this channel and I'm going about it as consistent as can be. Hope you guys are along for the ride because it's been a fun one. The last 6-7 years of content, no pun intended, have been quite the journey, and I can't wait to see for the next 6-7 years from today. So hit the like button if you gathered any information, any knowledge within this video, but I'll see you next time.